let's get to your topic. Joel Friday here brought a topic. Speaking of health, and we're going to tread lightly because we don't want to put out false information. Neither of us do that. Hake and Joel are very, I don't know, we're careful.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah. But the vax. By the way, did you hear about this? This is speculation. Go ahead with your topic.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'm glad you said that because once I start to talking, sometimes I get carried away. And I don't even. I said that,
right?
But the vaccine. The reason why I'm bringing this up because I had a conversation with somebody recently, and they asked me randomly because they asked me, "What gym do you go to?" And I said, "I don't go to the gym anymore. I work out at home.
Nice.
I just have some dumbbells, pull-up bar, blah blah blah, little basic setup." And they were like, why? I said, because I was at, I won't say the gym, but I was at the gym. And then as soon as they started forcing vaccines, they wouldn't let me in.
Yeah.
And I'm in LA, so it was heavy in all the gyms. I was going to different locations and they wouldn't let me in. But then they were still charging me. So I was like,
terrible.
Yeah, I'm leaving. So I canceled my membership, but never got the vax. And I don't plan to get the vax. And the reason why is because I just don't trust it. I don't know what's in it. And I never really get sick like that in the first place. So why am I going to try to get something to prevent me from getting sick if I rarely get sick anyway?
Yeah.
So that was...
Except for that one time that you filled in for Hake.
Yes, when I filled in. But even then, before then, it was like a year and a half before I even got sick. So it's like
nice.
I rarely get often. But the point is that my friend asked me, she's like, you didn't get it? And I was like, no, I didn't get it. And then I didn't know that she had got it. So then she was shocked. And I was like, no, I just don't trust it. But at the same time, if I'm not into the whole political point of it, it's like, if you want to get it, go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not going to try to protest against you for getting it. Like, I'm not about that. And she was like, well, you actually did yourself a favor because I get sick more. That's what she said. She said, now that I got it, I get sick more. And I was like, you get sick more? And she was laughing too. She's like,
wow.
She's like, be happy you didn't get it because I get sick more. And my whole family got it and they get sick too. And I was like, that's my point. But not even that. I know people who got it and always get sick too. I'm not saying that they're getting sick more like her.
Right.
But I'm saying that they got it and they still get sick like me.
Did they used to get sick a lot beforehand?
I don't think anything changed. Like for some people
Nothing
that
changed.
I know, anything changed.
So it's probably like affects them very minorly.
Yeah. Like,
either positively or negatively.
Right.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Right. But the point is.
But really, they need to change their lifestyle.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is that for one, they got it. They made a big deal about it. But it's like, to me, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
If there's somebody in a hospital, let's just say, that it has underlying conditions.
Right.
Maybe the vaccine. I ain't standing behind the vaccine because I don't know much about it. But let's just say maybe the vaccine may be helpful for the person that may be in the hospital. I don't know.
Yep.
Just like maybe the flu shot may do something here and there.
Right.
I don't know. But for me, don't force me to get something when the people who are also getting it ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was just like, it just was an eye-opener that even though I already knew that, for one, she and the people who I know got it just because either the work enforced it or caught up in the hype of it or fear or whatever.
Yeah.
But now they're looking back at it, nothing has changed.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And from the people, this is just the people around me. I don't know about your friends, your family, but the people around me, they still getting sick. And some are telling me more than they usually did before. So that's my take on the whole thing, which I already knew, which is why I didn't take it. I'm like...
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't disclose whether I got the vaccine or not, but like you said, the lifestyle, like you pointed, I used to always have my back hurting, and I still do sometimes. I still kind of tight. But you're like, you got to stop drinking those Monsters and Rock Stars. And that was probably contributing to it because I wasn't sleeping enough and I wasn't eating enough. I mean, exercising enough. I wasn't eating right. So I didn't have good energy.
Yeah.
And that was messing up Like all these different things were messing with my back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my sickliness. And Maze has a good point about me being so young. And but yeah.
All that contributes though. All that's a contribution.
That's way more important. Being outside, these people to argue on behalf of the devil or the vaccine.
Yeah.
Your friend may be sick more, perhaps, I'm just speculating, because of the different lifestyle after the shutdowns. Because think about the shutdowns, people were not outside. They weren't allowed to go to the gym.
Yeah.
They were not allowed to interact with people.
Yeah.
And when you interact with people, it's like a baby in too sterile of an environment.
Yeah.
A baby's supposed to play out in the dirt and be exposed to germs so that they can build up defense.
Yeah.
But we didn't build up defense because of the quarantines.
Well, this specific friend goes to the gym often, and it's 2023 now, and it happened in 2020, and she's saying to this day, she still gets sick.
Yeah.
So I think that for her specifically, I think that that's the case for her because she works out religiously.
Okay.
And yet she still gets sick.
Yeah.
So I'm
to this day.
Right.
Thank you.
But I think that like you said, it just depends on the lifestyle. But to be honest, in my opinion, people, is that these vax and all these things come mainly because people aren't healthy.
Right.
And they know that people aren't about to get healthy.
Yeah.
So they introduce these things to like, oh, well, this is
the number one way to protect yourself.
To protect yourself.
It's not the number one way. It's the number 10 way. And maybe not even, it shouldn't be on the list for some.
Exactly. But we know you're not going to do it.
Right.
So but at the same time, like, you don't know what it's doing to people's, bodies. So.
Right. Yeah, they didn't I know that I'm quite sure it's not misinformation to say there's been no long-term tests. Because it hasn't been Operation Warp Speed was in 2020, I want to say.
What's
and that was when Trump made the vax really fast. Or pushed Pfizer to make the vax really fast.
Yeah.
And Pfizer had the vax before the election, but they didn't want to say. They didn't want to help Trump.
Yeah.
So they announced after he lost, quote unquote lost. He lost fair and square. And so that vax has only been around for 3 years. Or
I see.
I don't know, 0, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. They've only been working on it for less than 3 years.
Okay.
So they have no long-term studies.
Yeah, to see if... My thing is, too, like my thing is that to me, the vaccine doesn't seem like such a major thing.
Right.
Like, because that's the big thing, is that when it's a huge deal, the vax.
Right.
And it's the devil. Then it becomes like, that's how it became so political.
Right.
It's like, oh, but to me, it's just like anything else. Like, you know what I mean? Because if I eat a whole bag of candy, it's going to have an effect on my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if the vaccine, people take the vaccine, it may have a negative effect. And if people are taking it and that's in your bloodstream, maybe it has a negative effect, right? Let's just say it does. We don't know, right? But let's just say it does have a negative effect. Big deal, right?
Right.
But now, obviously, if it's doing damage to people, which some people say that it is, some people say it's not.
I think it's expected that at least in rare cases, it's going to.
It's going
At least in rare cases, it's going to hurt them and even kill them.
Oh, like it's going to get to
all
that point.
Vaccines supposedly have some negative effect on some people, even though it's supposed to be a net positive for overall.
I see.
But many people are saying that it's not good for anybody, maybe.
Yeah.
Which I, of course, disavow.
I just do my thing, and I just haven't felt the need to have to do it, and I'm not against it. I'm not against the vax. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
I haven't felt the need to do it, and the people who are in my circle, who I talk to, or just like outside my circle or on the edges, whatever, the experience, the stories I hear, makes me really not want to do it.
I know.
So that's just my situation. So that's just all I have to say about the vax.
There's a lot of people who, you hear about all these athletes. Well, let's talk about this. You ever heard of Damar Hamlin?
Yeah. I've been hearing that.
And people speculate I think he's in the NFL, so he has to
Yeah.
have been vaxxed. But I don't know if it has anything to do with it.
With his
Heart attack.
cardiac
He had
arrest
cardiac
or
arrest.
something? Yeah. I don't know. And I see a lot of conservatives on who I follow on the thing.
Yeah.
Is I just don't know. Like, I can't say, like, it's a reach. And maybe they're right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, at the same time, it kind of falls into the conspiracy theorist like, take.
You shouldn't say something absolutely is without knowing.
Is without knowing.
Yeah.
And then post on your story your receipts. Your
right.
evidence.
Yeah.
So then we could be like, oh, he's right. But
Yeah.
when you just make a thing like that, not saying that you're wrong, but when you make a statement like that, it's like, there he goes again.
Right. I
There
know.
they go again.
It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yeah, it's
and
like-
then now people don't respect you or take you
yeah,
seriously.
like even if you're right, it's like there
Yeah.
you go again, like going hard with it. It's
Right.
like, okay, well, then prove it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I see that with him. And there's another girl who died, had a heart attack.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I have that actually in the other folder. 16-year-old girl from Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I have the headline.
She died.
I think I have it in the. Oh, maybe I don't. Oh yeah, it's not in the other folder. It's the main folder. 16-year-old dies, medical emergency.
Yeah.
A football.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Las Vegas school
So what are they?
during a flag football game.
What are
so
they-
she was playing football.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She looks relatively healthy, young lady. Not obese and black. And we don't know I don't know if
Yeah.
she was vaxxed or not, but people were speculating about the vax with that one
So
too.
that's what. So is the speculation is that these people who have these heart attacks and cardiac arrests is because of the vax, right?
Yeah, that's what
Okay, I
people
just wanted to
claim.
be sure.
Yeah.
Just show me.
I know.
Give me more though, because why
Right.
aren't like? And I'm just playing devil's advocate. But why are these people? Why are we not seeing more? And why is this all of a sudden these people going into cardiac arrest or heart attack?
Right.
And now it's being blamed as their vaccine.
Right.
And this is to the conservatives who are saying this stuff. What makes them believe now? Do you know? Like, what's making them believe, like, now after the 3 years or the 1-2 years in these past years?
I guess that I don't know how long this thing stays in your body. I heard that it affects your DNA. It's mRNA.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Oh, okay. I
but
see.
like you said, the vax was so politicized. It was forced. There was this force that the government and the liberals and the corporations forced people to have
Yeah.
it. Employees,
Yeah.
even the military,
Yeah.
football players,
Yeah.
pro sports. Somebody says the mRNA takes time. Is that true?
Oh.
I don't know.
I see.
But they're saying it, and it's. I've heard. I remember when I was
Yeah.
in high school of people passing out on the field
Yeah.
and dying, like
Yeah.
high schoolers,
Yeah.
relatively
Yeah,
healthy
yeah.
people. So it's not unheard
Yeah.
of that this happens. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's happening more frequently. I've heard.
Yeah.
I've seen like a meme
Yeah.
that claimed that it's happened way more
Yeah.
this year than the
Yeah.
last 20 years or something like
Yeah.
that. I don't know
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, and yeah, and I agree. If that is the case,
Yeah.
that they're passing out from the MRM,
Heart inflammation and stuff like that.
what's it called? MRM,
mRNA.
SSR, mRNA, what?
mRNA.
mRNA.
Jesse.
If that, I know. if it's from that, then great. So let's do studies. Let's find a thing.
Right.
But I just it's just a reach to me. It's just a reach to me because
Yeah.
it's like, man, what makes you right?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, what makes you? That's my only thing. But
Yep. So
Yeah.
just the update on this Damar Hamlin guy. He got out of. He collapsed Monday Night Football 2 Mondays ago, I want to say. I don't have any pictures of him, unfortunately. But he looks just picture that rapper from Compton, the young guy, Kendrick Lamar in your head, and that's him.
Okay. with braids. Yeah, I think he has braids.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
dreads or something. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they all look the same, right?
Yeah.
Things are looking up, according to Commie Nonsense Network. CNN says Bills safety Damar Hamlin moves from Cincinnati to Buffalo Hospital. So he moved hospitals 7 days after his collapse.
Okay.
The NFL player flew back to Buffalo, New York, after a medical professional saw major improvements in his condition. Quote, "We all won," he said. The NFL player Damar Hamlin tweeted from his hospital bed on Sunday after the Buffalo Bills defeated New England Patriots in a decisive 35-23 victory. He wasn't part of that. It was an emotional run to the field for the Bills after Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest during a game January 2nd. Oh, yeah, it was the day after New Year's. His medical team has called his recovery remarkable. Well, he's a young man. He should recover pretty well. Adding, he is now talking to family and teammates, expected to be released from the hospital in coming days per Commie Nonsense Network's sources.
Yeah.
Did they ever find the reason for his cardiac arrest? I don't know.
To be honest, if I'm being 100% honest, is that there's other problems with the NFL that should be addressed other than this thing.
Yeah.
Never mind the fact that these people who are in the NFL have helmets and pads going 15, 20 miles per hour at each other.
Yeah.
Muscles, strong, strength, been working out for 20 plus years, and they're going head to head. Never mind that. There's more issues in the NFL than this but this situation.
Right.
So, but it's choosy.
Yeah.
That's just my old thing. But
I understand it is shocking to see a guy stand up after a hard tackle or something like that.
Yeah.
And just collapse. And his heart stopped for several minutes.
Oh, it actually stopped?
It stopped, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And so, like, they had to resuscitate him. But I feel like people nowadays, including NFL players, are so weak emotionally and mentally that they were too broken up to finish the game.
Yeah.
And people are criticizing them for not finishing the game or for trying to finish the game, and the NFL tried to make them finish the game.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this guy, Skip Bayless, who wondered about how they would go on or whatever, and he got criticized as having no heart.
Like, what did he say?
I forget what he said. I wish I had more of the story, but he kind of asked whether they would have finished the game.
Oh, so they stopped the whole game and it was done?
They stopped it, yeah. They didn't even do the game.
Oh, wow.
So like those two teams are like one game behind the rest of the other teams.
Oh, I see. Because the whole time he was in cardiac, he wasn't awake. He wasn't responsive.
Right.
So, okay.
So they had to like jumpstart his heart.
Oh, I see.
Once before he went to the hospital, and again after he went to the hospital, his heart stopped again.
Oh, I see. So for them, out of respect, is why they stopped for them, out of
I don't think it was out of respect. You could call it respect, but I think it was more out of the players were too emotionally distraught.
Yeah, but
to focus.
Right. So, but in their minds, it was out of respect.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I see. Okay, I see. So I was wondering. I didn't know they stopped the whole game.
Yeah.
But I do know that both teams were like on the knee and then doing a prayer and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they stopped the game. But okay, I see. So it was because he wasn't responsive that whole rest of. He never woke up.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yep.
Oh, okay, I see.
They had to take him to the hospital and use this shock thing to. I think they use a shock thing to get their heart pumping again.
Yeah.
They had to do that twice to him.
Oh, interesting. So it was a big deal. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't blame it only on the even if it's true, I wouldn't blame it entirely on the the vax. There's so many other things that's going on.
Right.
But did you know that he raised $6 million for his nonprofit?
$6 million? That sounds high.
No, they say six. It's a new number. 6 is a new number. Yeah, because his original toy drive for the kids was for $5,000. That was his GoFundMe.
Was that Pittsburgh or somewhere?
I don't remember. I don't remember where. But it was the $5,000 was what he was looking for.
Yeah.
$5K. 5000. And then he ended up getting $6 million. I had to quit. Well, $6 million, not that much.
You need a heart attack. Get the vax, get a heart attack, get a heart attack in a public way on live national TV, and get some money for that gifted of dance.
I know. Nonprofit. Get the dance is nonprofit now, guys. Starting today.
Man. Yeah, people are so emotional. It's all about the feel good. Fake imitation love.
And I know he's not kidding. He's like, bring on the feel good.
I know. Yeah, I'll take it. Man.
Yeah.
That's wild. You know